Madame Kofo was a woman of high standard in the village of Alake. She was respected, admired and feared in equal measure. She sat in the front pew of the church every Sunday, her voice ringing the loudest during prayers. She led the village women in discussions about morality, always emphasizing the importance of family honor and legitimacy. Children born out of wedlock bring nothing but shame, she would say. A woman who bears a child outside marriage is a disgrace. She said it with such confidence, with such conviction, that people dared not challenge her. Mothers whispered her words to their kids. Men nodded in agreement, but Madame Kofo didn't know that her world was built on a lie that would soon come crashing down. A young lady called Adefe was talking with her mother after church. "But Mama, why is Madame Kofo always talking about illegitimacy all the time, as if there's no other thing to talk about?" she asked her mother. Her mother looked at her and said, "Allow her. It's good. Let her ring it to you people's ear. You children of nowadays, you are not God-fearing at all. You people don't know anything but to open your legs to every Tom, Dick and Harry. Madame Kofo is God sent to our world." The young lady looked at her mother deep in thought. One day, the village gathered to celebrate the wedding of a young woman named Olawa. Olawa was very beautiful, well-mannered, and the daughter of a respected merchant. But just as the ceremony was about to take place, an old woman pointed at Olawa. "This girl is illegitimate," she shouted. Her mother bore her out of wedlock. "You cannot marry into this family." Gasps filled the air. The groom's family, horrified, refused to continue the wedding. Olawa collapsed in tears, humiliated in front of everyone. And just as expected, Madame Kofo came forward to the young lady crying. "This is what I have been saying. I have always warned you guys. Illegitimacy is a curse. A child born outside marriage can never truly be honored." Her voice echoed through the gathering. She didn't care that Olawa was weeping and her mother trembling with shame. And just like that, another life has been ruined by Madame Kofo's word. But fate was waiting to teach her a lesson. That evening, as the village settled into silence, a stranger arrived at Madame Kofo's doorstep. It was an elderly woman wrapped in faded clothes. She knocked and knocked. Then Madame Kofo opened the door. The woman lifted her head. "I need to speak to you," she said in a voice that was eerily familiar. Madame Kofo frowned. "Who are you?" The woman smiled, but it was not a kind smile. It was the smile of someone who knew something dangerous. "My name is Auntie Ireti. That is what people call me. And I know the truth about you." Madame Kofo scoffed. "What truth? I have nothing to hide." Auntie Ireti chuckled. "That's what you think. But sit down, Kofo. You need to hear this." Madame Kofo hesitated, but something about the woman's eyes made her obey. She sat stiffly, ready to dismiss whatever nonsense was about to be spoken. Auntie Ireti took a deep breath and said, "You are not who you think you are." She continued, "You have spent your life judging others, speaking against illegitimacy. But Kofo, there is something you do not know. Your own mother, she was never married to your father." Ha! Madame Kofo's blood ran cold. What? Auntie Ireti nodded. Your mother was a young girl when she became pregnant with you. Your biological father never married her. Your mother, fearing disgrace, married another man before you were born. That man is who you call father. But your real father, he left you, Kofo. You are illegitimate. Madame Kofo's head spun. No, this is impossible. This is a lie. She stood up shaking. You are lying, Auntie Ireti, or whatever it is they call you. Auntie Ireti didn't flinch. She continued. You have spent your life condemning others, not knowing you are just like them. The curse you spoke of is your own. And with that, Auntie Ireti stood up and left. Madame Kofo locked herself in her house for days. She refused to eat, refused to speak. She replayed every harsh word she had ever said to those born outside wedlock. She thought of Olawa, the girl she just humiliated just yesterday. She thought of all the women she had shamed. And now, she's one of them? No, it's not possible. I have to see my mom. My mom would have told me if it was true. No, it's not possible. This woman is just one of those that want to condemn me. No, I won't believe it until I see my mom. Early in the next morning, 4 beautiful young women were going to the market, and they were whispering among themselves. The first one said, "My friends, have you heard?" The other said, "Heard what?" Then she continued, "When last did you see Madame Kofo?" she asked again. One of them said, "I thought she traveled. She has gone to the neighboring village, I'm sure." Another one said, "It's been a while I saw her, but this one you are asking, it seems you know what we don't know. Oh yeah, talk." All of them were eager to know. Then the first woman said, "It will shock you to know that Madame Kofo is an illegitimate child." They all shouted, "No, it can't be. That's impossible, Madame Kofo. No, that's not true. Say another thing I will believe, but this one, no, I won't." Then she continued, "My friends, if I tell you that water is burning, you will tell me to bring its ashes. I heard an old woman visited her some weeks ago. That's what she came to tell her." Then one of the women said, Madame Kofo, holy. So she's actually what she preaches against. Now, wow. That woman, wonders will never cease. There's nothing Musa will not see at the gate. Madame Kofo, illegitimate. Okay, oh. And with that, they all dispersed. Later that day, 2 young ladies were in the house. They've heard about the gossip going around the village. So they were discussing it with their mom. "Mama, is it true Madame Kofo is illegitimate? That's the news going around the village, oh." Her mother cautioned her, "Don't join them to talk bad against Madame Kofo. Don't believe everything you hear." "But Mama," she continued, "this one is confirmed though. It is true. I can't believe she has been wrecking homes all this while and she herself is illegitimate." Now, wow. In another home, Olawa was seen talking with her mom. "So, Mama, Madame Kofo is really an illegitimate child. And look at the havoc she has created in this village." Her mother sighed. "My child Olawa, if this news had been out before your wedding, you would have been married by now. You don't let a child suffer for the sins of her parents. What happened was not your fault. So I don't know why Madame Kofo will allow all this madness affect you, not knowing she's actually one. It's God that showed her pepper." Madame Kofu finally gathered her courage and went to confront her mother. But on her way, people mocked her, calling her names, Madame Holy Holy. Some were seen pointing and laughing at her, while others hissed at her. Madame Kofu dropped her head in shame until she got to her mother's house. She didn't even wait to greet her. "Is it true?" she demanded. Her mother sighed deeply. Tears filled her eyes. My daughter, it is true." Madame Kofu felt her knees weaken. "But why didn't you tell me all these years, Mama?" Her voice broke. "I couldn't tell you because I know how much you despise children that are like you. I knew the truth would destroy you. I couldn't tell you. I'm so sorry." Of course, the truth has actually destroyed her. The village waited. Madame Kofu disappeared in shame. Or would she admit her hypocrisy and seek redemption? Days passed, then weeks, then months. But one Sunday, doors of the church opened and Madame Kofu stepped in. She walked to the front, the same place she had once stood to condemn others. She turned to face the people and she began to speak. Tears streamed down her face as she confessed. She apologized to the ones she had wronged. She spoke of the pain of judgment and shame. "I now know what it means to be cast aside, and I was wrong," she said. "Please forgive every of my wrongdoings. I never knew I was illegitimate until I was told, and my mother confirmed it. I am so sorry. While growing up, I was cast aside, not knowing this was the reason. I used to hear side talks about illegitimacy, not knowing I was one. Please forgive me, everyone I have offended. Everyone I have destroyed their homes. Please, I'm sorry." Just as she was crying, an older woman came forward. "Kofo," she said, "this should serve as a lesson to you and to everyone here. Never you condemn someone because you don't know the circumstances surrounding what you're saying. I can count millions of people who you call illegitimate, but are now in places of honor, places of power, places of affluence. Never call someone illegitimate because the tongue that condemns today may be the one that begs for mercy tomorrow. Go and sin no more." At the end, some forgave her, some didn't, but the lesson remained. The one who shouts the loudest about others' sin may be hiding the greatest sin of all. Beware. Don't castigate people. Don't talk bad about people. You don't know where they are coming from. You don't know what they are going through. Don't be the reason why people will take their life and commit suicide. Thank you.